Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving deep into a question that seems to be everywhere these days. Are AI systems just really sophisticated plagiarism machines?
Yeah, it really makes you think.
We've got some interesting stuff here from Somehow Solutions,
Right.
that company developing all sorts of AI tools.
Uh-huh.
And, well, their take on this whole debate is, let's just say it sparked a lot of conversation.
For sure, it's a topic that really pushes us to, rethink creativity and originality in this digital world.
Definitely.
Like, it's not even just about AI, it's about the very essence of human expression.
So, okay, imagine this.
Okay.
You're a writer. You're totally stuck.
Yeah.
You've got that dreaded writer's block.
Yeah.
So you turn one of these AI tools and it suggests this plot twist.
Uh-huh.
But it's so ingenious, so out of the blue, that you're just like, how did I not think of that?
Yeah.
So is that inspiration? Or is it plagiarism?
Well, the traditional definition of plagiarism, it all comes down to intention, right? You're intentionally copying someone. Exactly. You're copying without giving credit. But with AI, it all gets really blurry.
How so?
Well, these systems, they analyze tons of data and they learn to mimic patterns.
Right.
And then they generate what looks like original content.
But is it really original, though?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
I mean, can a machine even plagiarize?
Can a machine that doesn't even have consciousness actually intend to plagiarize?
It's almost like teaching a parrot to say, Polly wants a cracker.
Oh, that's a good one.
The parrot's just mimicking the sounds right.
Right.
It doesn't actually understand what it's saying.
Uh-huh.
So is AI just mimicking human creativity without really getting it?
That's a fascinating analogy.
Yeah.
Think of it this way. An AI is kind of like a really, really complex weaving loom.
Okay.
It can make all these intricate patterns based on the threads it's given.
Mm-hmm.
But the weaver, the human user, they're the ones choosing the threads, arranging them, and deciding what the final product looks like.
So you're saying the AI is more like a tool, like a paintbrush or a musical instrument.
Yeah, and it's the user's job to use it ethically.
But does that mean the AI itself isn't responsible at all?
Wow.
What if the user doesn't even realize they might be plagiarizing?
Well, that's where things get really interesting.
I bet.
We have to think about transparency.
Okay.
So if someone uses an AI tool to create something,
Like a painting.
yeah, or a song, or even just a written piece, should they say that they used AI? Is it fair to say it's all their own work when AI helped?
It's like if you read this beautiful poem.
Yeah.
Would you feel differently if you knew AI helped write it?
Right. Would you think it was less valuable, or would you be amazed by what humans and machines can do together?
That's a really good point.
This whole debate, it's not just legal or technical,
Right.
it's philosophical.
Wow.
It makes us really examine what it means to be original when machines can copy us so well.
It's like we're explorers in a new world,
Yeah.
and we need to figure out the rules.
Exactly. How do we use AI's power without losing that human spark of creativity? And how do we make sure that AI is helping creativity grow, not making it less important?
Those are really important questions.
These questions are going to be around for a while as AI gets better and better.
It's something we all have to think about as we navigate this new world.
Exactly.
So it sounds like we agree AI itself might not plagiarize on purpose.
Right.
But the way people use it, the honesty about using it, and even what original means now, those are the real issues.
Definitely. Those are the things we need to talk about.
And that's where the conversation really starts.
For sure.
It's kind of funny,
What's that?
We were just talking about AI being like a loom making these fancy patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And it got me thinking, what happens to the person weaving when the loom just starts making designs on its own?
Oh, yeah. That's a big question for creative people right now.
Like, are artists, writers, musicians, are we all going to be replaced?
Right, by AI bots making bestsellers and hit songs?
Yeah, because honestly, some of the stuff AI is doing is really good.
Oh, for sure.
I've seen AI art that looks like it belongs in a museum.
Really?
And I've heard AI music that actually made me feel something.
The potential is definitely there.
So what do we do?
Well, instead of being scared of AI, what if we worked with it?
Like AI is our partner?
Exactly. Imagine a painter using AI to see colors they never thought of.
Wow.
Or a musician using AI to hear new melodies that change their whole style.
That's wild.
It'd be like having a brainstorming buddy who always has new ideas.
I read about this author who used AI to get over writer's block.
Oh, yeah.
And the AI suggested a plot twist that was so crazy, it totally saved the whole story.
That's where AI can really shine, I think.
Oh, yeah.
helping us be more creative, pushing us past those blocks and showing us new things.
And it's not just for prose either.
Right.
Think about someone who always wanted to write a novel.
But they get stuck on the technical parts.
Exactly. AI could help them with grammar sentences, even the plot.
And then they can finally tell their story.
That's what gets me excited about AI. It can make creativity available to everyone.
It's like giving everyone a recording studio or a team of editors.
That's a good way to put it.
But of course, there's always a downside.
There's always something.
We can't forget the legal and ethical stuff.
Like what?
Well, for example, who owns something created with AI?
That's a good question.
If I write a song using AI, who owns it?
Yeah,
Me, the AI company, or both of us?
that's a tricky one.
Lawyers and politicians are still figuring that out.
Yeah, our laws were made for human creators.
Right. So it's not easy to apply them to AI.
And then there's the potential for people to use AI for bad stuff.
Oh, that's a big one.
We've already seen AI being used to make deepfakes and spread lies.
Exactly.
What's to stop someone from making fake news that looks totally real?
If AI can write a decent news story.
Yeah, anyone could make up a story and make it seem true.
That's a scary thought.
It feels like we're balancing on a tightrope
Yeah.
between the good AI can do and the bad it could do.
It's a tough balance.
So how do we manage that?
It takes careful thinking, open discussion, and a commitment to doing things the right way.
So we can use AI to help us, not hurt us.
Right.
It sounds like we're at a crossroads.
I think so.
One path leads to AI being used to trick and control people,
And the other.
leads to AI helping us connect with each other.
Exactly.
And the choices we make now decide which path we take.
How we build AI,
Yeah.
how we control it, and how we use it will shape our future.
All right, so for this last part, let's look at how AI is shaking things up in journalism.
Oh, yeah. That's a field where truth and accuracy are everything, right?
Exactly.
It's pretty amazing how AI is changing the game for journalists. Like, imagine being able to go through mountains of data.
Tons of information.
Yeah, and find trends and things that seem off.
Things a human would take forever to find.
Yeah, weeks or even months.
It'd be like having a superpower research assistant.
Exactly, one that can cut through all the noise and find what's important.
That could be huge for investigative journalism.
Oh, absolutely. You could uncover connections and patterns that no one would have seen otherwise.
And think about the time it would save,
Oh, yeah. Instead of reading through tons of documents and databases,
which can be super tedious.
for sure, journalists could use AI to do all that boring stuff.
So they'd have more time for the interesting parts.
Right, like talking to sources, writing the story, and giving it context.
So it's not about replacing journalists.
No way.
It's about giving them better tools.
Exactly.
I've actually seen AI being used to write basic news reports.
Yeah, especially for things with lots of data like financial earnings or sports scores.
Right, because those are pretty formulaic.
Exactly, and that frees up human journalists to dig deeper into complex issues.
And do real investigations.
Right, and provide that kind of in-depth analysis that AI just can't do.
But let's be honest, there are some worries here too.
Of course.
What about AI being used to make fake news articles that are even more believable than what we see now?
Oh, that's a big concern.
I mean, if AI can write a basic news report, what's stopping someone from using it to make up a whole fake story?
And making it look totally authentic.
That's a scary thought.
It's a real danger, and we need to be super careful about it.
Yeah, because AI can be used to help journalism.
But it can also be used to hurt it.
So what do we do?
Well, journalists need to know about the biases that can be in these AI systems.
Right, because AI isn't perfect.
And they always need to check any information that AI gives them.
It seems like we're in a time where knowing how to navigate the media is more important than ever.
Absolutely. We can't just believe everything we read online, especially when AI makes it harder to tell what's true and what's fake.
We need to think critically, learn how to check sources, and understand what AI can and can't do.
That's so important. It's a responsibility we all share.
So journalists need to be open about using AI.
And readers need to be smart about what they read,
Yeah.
questioning things and thinking critically.
It all goes back to transparency.
Right.
If a news organization uses AI to create content, they need to tell people.
Readers deserve to know where the information comes from.
It's about being accountable and keeping the public's trust.
Exactly. AI can be amazing for journalism, but only if it's used the right way.
We have to make sure it's making journalism better, not worse.
For sure.
Wow, we've talked about so much in this deep dive, from the technical stuff about AI to its impact on creativity and now journalism.
It's been a lot.
And it's clear AI is a game changer. It's already reshaping the world.
Definitely. And we're just getting started. The world of AI is always changing, and these conversations are just the beginning.
So where do we go from here? What's the takeaway for our listeners?
Well, the most important thing is to remember that AI is a tool.
Like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
Exactly. It all comes down to how we choose to use it.
We need to be excited about AI's potential, but also aware of the risks.
And we need to have thoughtful conversations about the role we want AI to play in our lives and our society.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into AI. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep asking questions about the world around you.